Christian rock group has taken over the music scene with 3 #1 hits in only 2 years. Kristen Kenney caught up with the local stars in their hometown of Eustis.
It was 6 years ago when Christian rock group Fireflight first took the stage here at the Bandshell in downtown Eustis.
This goes way back.
Yeah. We were not making good music when we played here.
Today, it's a different story. As this small-town band climbs to the top of the charts yet again with their sophomore album, Unbreakable.
Like, oh my gosh, this is really happening. Kind of like a freak out moment, for real.
We all dreamed about it. I mean, at least for me, I never really thought of the actual reality of it actually happening. So to be here now is very surreal.
Now they're one of the hottest names in Christian rock, performing 200 shows a year. And on their cross-country tour, they made a quick stop here, their home, Eustis, to reflect on how it all happened.
Yeah, this is about what it looked like.
Yep.
There's a sound system.
There's a lot of memories here today.
Lead singer Don Richardson and guitarist Justin Cox and Glenn Drennan once walked the halls of Eustis High School together.
Glenn never talked. He just always, like, I forgot that he was in my Spanish class until he reminded me, actually, because that's how quiet he was.
And he is not.
And I'm not quiet.
I remember that he was in my Spanish class.
But it wasn't until after high school in 1999 when the band took shape.
Glenn and I were married, so obviously we were already an in. Glenn asked Justin if he wanted to start playing, and then of course Dawn, we had heard her sing at his brother's graduation service, and we're just blown away by her voice. And she also went to the church that Glenn and I went to at the time.
So what about drummer Fee Shorb? Well, he comes in a little later. So to start, it's Wendy on bass, Glenn and Justin on the guitar, and Dawn lead vocals.
They came up to me and they said, "Do you want to be in the band?" And I was like, "Well, only if we're going to sing Christian songs."
Their shared faith was the inspiration for the direction their music would take.
We asked God, "Make these your songs. We want your message."
Their first onstage performance, just a mile down the road at First Baptist Church.
That's actually a funny story because about 10 minutes before we were supposed to go out and play, our youth pastor walks in and he goes, "Okay, what am I supposed to tell him? What's your name?" And we're like, and we realized we had forgotten to discuss that. And we were all supposed to be thinking about things, but we hadn't talked about it at all. So we didn't have very much to go on. And I just said, well, earlier this week I thought Fireflight sounded kind of cool. And they're like, yeah, let's just go with that.
Fireflight soon became a regional name, taking the stage at venues across Central Florida and catching the attention of drummer Fee Shorb.
And I was actually playing at a venue in my hometown in Ocala with my church praise band, and they were on that show. As the show ended and we were packing up and going home, I told the director of that venue, "Man, this band is awesome, but they just need a new drummer."
Oh, that's great.
And it wasn't maybe just a matter of months after God really spoke to me and told me that I was going to find a band and I was going to hook up with them and it was going to go far.
And it wasn't just the band members who thought they would go far.
These guys from the very beginning, their sound and their heart, pretty much captured me.
Les Williams has been their #1 fan since their humble beginnings.
We call Les the prophet because back, I want to say like 4 or 5 years ago when we played this show in New Smyrna Beach.
Tiny little beach house. It was actually like for real a house with a stage in it.
He came up to us afterwards and was like, you guys, you're gonna do it.
And he's just smiling, this angelic smile the whole time.
And they did it. After 6 years of venue hopping, Fireflight was signed by Sony BMG's Flicker Records in 2005.
I was kind of dumbfounded in a sense, but I wasn't, I knew that these guys had something.
Hey, man.
Their music has touched their fans with words of hope and inspiration.
With our first album, we really discussed a lot of, dark topics and, intense subjects. And we wanted to do the same with this album, but we really wanted to make a focus on bringing hope to the people who are listening. Not just that they can find healing from the hard times they're facing, but that there's like victory and there's like a whole new life once you're able to leave behind the things that hold you back from your past.
Forget the fear, it's just a crutch that tries to hold you back and turn your dreams to dust. All you need to do is just...
Now with thousands of fans and 2 hit albums, they certainly have something. It's called rock star status. So what's the life of a rock star like? Let's go sneak a peek. Come on, let's go.
Here we are in our beautiful RV, thanks to our fans. And this will be our episode of Cribs for Fireflight. And this right here is our living room.
Insert hip-hop music here.
Yeah. This is our dining room right here. Fee's enjoying sitting at our beautiful table, which also converts to a bed. Dun, dun, dun. And then we have our lovely kitchen. It's empty. Oh. But we've been off the road for almost a week now, so we have to clean it out when we leave so it doesn't get gross. This is where we watch the DVDs. All right, another entertainment center. And that's basically it. This is our home.
So it's time to say farewell to their hometown and hello to their new humble abode as Fireflight hits the road for yet another show.
We're from a small town, we're a bunch of nobodies, but we've just really trusted God and just really put ourselves out there, and we're fulfilling our wildest dreams.
That's just a taste of the Arts Connection. You can catch more great stories like this at the Arts Connection website at WMFE.org/arts and see new episodes every Thursday night at 8 on WMFE-TV. Thanks for watching.